Hello, it's Scott Manley here, and I am looking at Star Citizen again. Now, yeah, character has slightly less efficient hair than before, but yes, this is the Vanduul Glaive, which is a new spacecraft that was kind of rushed into the game. I wouldn't say rushed into the game, but it was revealed to have been added to the game at the Gamescom presentation. Now, we'll talk about the presentation later, but I'm going to talk about this spaceship first. This is an alien space fighter. You've been blowing these up in Vanduul Swarm for quite a while, and I guess it's supposed to be the next level up from the Scythe. It's a little more symmetrical. Symmetry may or may not be a good thing depending upon your viewpoint in spacecraft. I know a lot of EVE Online spacecraft, they embrace asymmetry, whereas people who like regular Earth-style atmospheric vehicles prefer symmetry. Well, anyway, yeah, this is more symmetric, although you can see that there are differences between the wings, different weapon systems on each wing. There's like a vent on one side, there's some sort of circular thing here. Couple of engines at the back, and on the outside of these wing things that presumably fold down, you can see there's some missiles there that will no doubt get put to good use in Arena Commander. I'm guessing these are some of the engine systems which will make the alien spacecraft so hard to shoot. Yeah, this game, or this ship, has a price tag of $350, but, yes, before people talk about being pay to win, no, this one is a win to pay, because if you want this spacecraft in your hangar, then you need to complete the Vanduul Swarm, all 18 waves or so if you want to get it, and then you have the privilege of being able to buy this. Now, let's just hop inside. This is, of course, the alien spacecraft, so it has its usual strange pilot seat thing where you kind of get down flat on your face and try flying things. I had some trouble flying the Scythe, and I attributed it to me being bad, but I thought maybe I should actually try and set up my computer like this so I can actually sit down and try flying things. I'm not sure it would work so well, but in the name of experimentation, I am prepared to try flying Star Citizen in this pose. Yeah, it does look rather nice. Now, I will point out, and I gotta say, I did not have time this weekend to beat all 18 levels of Vanduul Swarm. I was, taking care of kids and things like that, but there were many people who did, and I believe that all 1,000 of these have been sold to people that are really wanting to support Star Citizen. And one of the people that acquired one was very kind, a guy named Chris. That's the only name I have. I'll credit him whatever he wants, but I'm really grateful to him for loaning me this so I can actually take a look and see how it flies. So let's see how it flies. Okay, and here we are flying around in, well, warning me that I'm flying through an asteroid belt. But that's okay, nothing I can't handle, nothing I haven't handled before. Don't worry, I have full control of this thing. I'm just kind of side-slipping over the top there just to take a look at things. Yeah, I mean, it does look like a rather pretty ship, I have to say. I like the little fins that actuate. Not that there's any use for them outside the atmosphere, but as I've said, when you're making a spaceship game, rule of cool is incredibly important, and perhaps overrides many other factors. Making something that looks cool is always preferable when you're trying to make a game that appeals to the mass market. Let's try and land this thing to see if we can do the full animation cycle here. I'm just trying to guess it from this angle here. May not be able to do it. My key bindings probably aren't quite up to scratch because they always need reset and I forget all my keys and everything. But let's try and get myself just over this target here.
Landing gear down.
Oh, there we go. Let's just roll forward just a little to make sure I'm in the middle of the pad. Ah, you see, not quite in the middle of the pad here. I'll rotate that around. I think that's good.
Landing approved.
Landing approved.
Complete.
Excellent. So let's go back into the interior. Of course, we've got... Ooh, someone's hacking my Gibson. That's probably because it's on the ground, and it then thinks that it should have crashed because it is a Vanduul fighter. The only way these things... well, half of the time when these things hit the ground, they're doing it at great speed because they're trying to kill something with these giant wing blades here. I do like this thing in the sun. It does, I have to say, I mean, I think I prefer this over the Scythe. But for those people that shelled out for the Scythe early on, this does have one kind of drawback, or one lower level of authenticity. It's actually a human reproduction of an alien spacecraft. So there's a whole bit of lore in there that basically says, well, you know, to prepare the UEE pilots, they basically added these to the simulations, and then using stolen... Oh wait, what's going on here? Okay. Oh, that would have killed me if that had happened in real life. But yes, these are replicas built by Esperia System, which makes me wonder why it has to do the whole UI hacking thing. That doesn't actually make sense, surely, if it is a replica of an alien spaceship. But never mind, let's see if we can see the wings folding out here as we lift off. Those, of course, deadly blade-style wings. And there we go, look at that. Yeah, this is a very nice ship. I mean, I do like the love that has gone into the alien spacecraft in Star Citizen. It just... They clearly have paid a lot of attention to making these things look good. The weapons seem to work fine. There's basically a couple of laser cannons, a couple of plasma cannons. Let's put them to some use. And of course, we're going to put them to use in Vanduul Swarm. So, yes, Gibson being hacked, etc., UI coming. Oh, and I've got my friends with me. When I was playing with the Scythe, I did not have wingmen, but this is much more happy. It's me and my friends here. Incoming hostiles. We'll see how this thing works. So top speed is the same as the Scythe, but the symmetric weapons loadout should actually make it easier to hit the target. See, because we're firing all the weapons together. Although they know to dodge my weapons. Okay, where are we? Warning me about crash courses here. Come on, shoot these things. Oh man, okay, so it does handle... Oh my god, the canopy is all messed up again. That is a little disconcerting, the level of blackout and everything here. Makes it somewhat hard to fly. And I'm going to blame that entirely on my inability to hit things. Okay, well, 1 minute in and I don't think I've landed a single hit, but finally I'm starting to hit these targets. Okay, so meanwhile, CitizenCon. What happened at CitizenCon? So they had demos of multiplayer. This was a really cool demo, and it is CryEngine doing vehicles. And okay, come on, kill this. It basically showed a bunch of people walking around, getting in a couple of ships, flying out to find a heavily damaged Retaliator, getting it brought back online after EVAing across, having a fight, and then taking the whole thing back. And as they get back, there's... Whoa! Excellent! Did I kill that? No, I don't think I killed that. Okay. So the demo I thought was pretty cool, but the interesting thing is reading the various forums, like... And when I say forums, I actually don't tend to read the Star Citizen forums except for the developers' comments, because I find that the general user there is kind of biased. You know, they definitely want it to succeed. So I tend to look elsewhere where there's a bit more skepticism. And it's really interesting to see that demo... if the hardcore fans, it just said this makes the game, you know, it basically confirms everything they've wanted to see. Come on, why can't I hit this thing? It confirmed everything that they said. It vindicated their opinion of the game. Whereas the hardcore skeptics very much said they saw it and it immediately confirmed everything they said thought about the game. So you know, I guess there were holes in the demo, there were mistakes, and it was interesting to see that they played the demo live. And, you know, if you were concerned about, or if you were unsure as to whether it was live or not, you just had to hear Chris Roberts shouting at Jared, also known as Disco Lando, Red 5, camera on Red 5, like they were having issues coordinating this live thing. I think they were playing the music, like manually picking out the music, and then trying to coordinate the cameras between all the participants to give the best experience. And then they hit some issue the first time around, but then the second time around it worked a whole lot better. So definitely getting good feeling from that, even if it doesn't, even if it's flawed in places. I think it's good that they're going for this, and I just hope that they can actually start delivering some of the stuff on time. In particular, they said that they will be delivering the social module by the end of this month. That's what they said. If they do it, it would be great, because it would be the first time they actually hit a deadline that they've set for themselves. Seriously, it was actually promised for spring. So yes, okay, if they can get this one, it will have only missed one deadline. I'm looking forward to that. It'd be nice to have something else to do other than fly around and shoot things all day. So they did actually do a demo of this at the live show. It basically involves walking around planetside. You can visit stores. Oh, killed another dude. Excellent. And here's another bad guy. Let's kill him. Oh wow, I shot him. One shot! 360, no scope, whatever. Yeah, so the social module they had running, and there's a demo of that you can look at. Unfortunately, for some reason, they recorded the video feed, or they've encoded the video feed with interlacing on, which makes it look really jaggy when they turn. This is a common mistake that, live AV crews happen if they don't know what it means. Interlacing can really make video look great on a low resolution screen, or it can make things look terrible on a high resolution screen. And I will point out that I've made exactly the same criticism of SpaceX, because they keep doing this as well. So don't think that I'm getting mad at don't think that I'm getting mad at Star Citizen. Anyway, one final thing that they introduced, in addition, introduced to the store, was modular ships. So the Retaliator bomber, which I have actually, it has now 2 removable bays which can be replaced with alternate items. So obviously the bomber, it comes with torpedoes, right? And that model with the torpedo bays is quite expensive, but if you buy a demilitarized model, you can have one bay which is, say, accommodation, and another which is cargo. There's a troop transporter one, I guess. If you want to turn your Retaliator into a dropship, it should be possible. So they've put that stuff back in the store, and you can now buy the empty ship without any bays whatsoever if you want a really big spaceship with literally a bare bones spaceship. It's like $150. With the usual disclaimer that you don't actually need to spend this much money to buy a spaceship in the game. This is only for people that really want to support the game and have a leg up on day one when the persistent universe actually launches or whatever. It's not pay to win, or is it? I don't know. Well, I tell you what, those missiles are quite nice. Pay to win, win to pay. We've had all these accusations leveled at this game. I wouldn't worry about being left behind. But yeah, as I was saying, if you want to get the game, you don't need to spend $275. You only need to spend $45, and that gets you access to the Arena Commander mode in an Aurora or a Mustang. Those are terrible ships, but they're a start, and it's good to have a starter ship, let's say. It's a good concept. I don't know, I think some people may miss out on the game if they start in an Idris or a Constellation or whatever. Oh wow, I just smashed. Ha! I killed him with the wing blades. How about that? Hey there, a taste of your own medicine, you alien knife-wielding freak. Yeah, I'm gonna say that I much prefer this spacecraft over the Scythe. It is easier to put the guns on target. It's, as fast, but it's not as twitchy, I guess. Maybe it's not as maneuverable, but I don't care. I'm able to kill things faster. It isn't my Super Hornet by any means, but it is a much more viable spacecraft. It looks darn cool, I have to say. The attention to detail, the materials, the structures. It is a great looking model, even if it doesn't really hold its weight in terms of cash. I just have a hard time putting those lasers on target there. But oof, I do like the UI glitching, even though it doesn't make any sense for the UI to glitch on a reproduction fighter. I suspect that in the actual persistent universe, whenever it is released, you will be able to capture these things and then, you know, hack them so that you can actually fly them, instead of having to fly one of these knockoff reproductions or whatever that the military are selling. Anyway, yeah, that's what's going on with Star Citizen. Gamescom, of course, had a lot of other things going on, from Elite and the Mandate, I believe, were showing a demo, which I'm desperate to get my hands on. Yeah, we'll be probably getting a little more news in the next few weeks as updates and stuff come my way, but we'll look forward to those. This is Star Citizen. Let's hope they release the social module by the end of the month, and we'll take a look at it then. I'm Scott Manley. Fly safe.